Welcome to, I don't know where I am.
Well, we're calling it a roundup. It's a monthly roundup of other stuff we've watched.
Yeah.
Not stuff that's on at the cinema now, but stuff that we've been watching on streaming and we've caught up with, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And I watched a few things.
Go on.
I'm going to start with, is this thing on?
I'm actually interested in watching that.
Yes. So Will Arnett, Laura Dern, directed by Bradley Cooper. Will Arnett, Laura Dern, separated married couple. Both lost their way a little bit. Both had kind of better careers. Laura Dern was a...
Great actress.
I'm going to say volleyball player.
Yeah.
That kind of fame's left, that kind of thing. Anyway,
so
they're both a bit depressed. She was very small.
She was a pint a mile.
As a toddler. Will Arnett one day is walking the streets, depressed, drinking, ends up going into a comedy club. Before he knows it, open mic, comedy club, gets himself up on stage, quite enjoys it. And it starts to go from there. And then he goes back and then he gets to know the other comedians that are there.
Does he use the material about his life? Is that how it goes?
Yes.
Right, okay.
So a lot of his jokes are about his marriage.
Okay.
And having kids and being separated and all that kind of stuff. It's a good insight into the comedy club circuit. Very natural dialogue. It kind of went under the radar. I don't think it did particularly well at the cinema.
Am I right in saying it is a story directly about the Scouse comedian John?
Yes.
John?
Bishop. That is exactly right. And a very important point that I would have not mentioned because I'd forgot that bit.
Okay.
But it is based on John Bishop's life,
That's
which is weird in itself. I don't got the background to that. Sorry. But yes, it is. One of the best scenes is...
I think it's quite closely based.
Yes. Laura Dern happens to be out on a date with another fella. They decide to go to a comedy club. Of course, who's performing at the comedy club is her husband, talking about his sex life when he was married and the sex he's had since and all that. He doesn't know she's there, so that's quite a very good scene. The only thing I'd say with it is it's just over 2 hours. It starts to get a bit hard work
Slightly
because
long.
it is quite a grey film. You think it's a comedy, but it's kind of black comedy and a bit of wry kind of.
How is the comedy within that comedy? How is the stand-up?
Well, the stand-up's the clips are very short, and it's almost like his act is a depressed man, but then he kind of brings the comedy into his stories. So the jokes tend to be like a story with like a situation rather than punchlines and that kind of stuff.
Right.
But it was good. I enjoyed it. It was all right. So that's how
many?
Is this thing on? I don't know. I'm going to give it 4 stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll watch that then.
And then like that, I'm going to go straight on to The Long Walk.
Okay.
Stephen King.
Is it horror or not?
It is classed as a horror.
'Cause every time I see a clip, people keep saying it's like a psychological horror, but every time I see a clip,
based on
nothing
the
is given that off.
1979 novel by Stephen King.
Yeah, I was born.
It stars Cooper Hoffman, son of...
Dustin?
No.
Philippa Seymour?
Yes.
Philip Seymour?
Philippa
Seymour.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's son.
Right.
Also stars David Johnson, who is a British guy.
Amazing. He's in Alien Romulus.
That's the fella, but he's obviously playing American in this.
He was in a really cool, went under the radar, British comedy. So, I can't remember the bloody name. Should we start the music?
We can do.
I think it's called Something Street. David Johnson. But
It's
I
also
reckon the reason
currently
I'm finding it
Currently a prison film as well.
is because it's definitely worth a watch. It was quite funny. It's called Rye Lane. R-Y-E Lane. Watch it. It's good. Nice.
Good.
Comedy.
A lot of
And
this
it never
today,
did.
a lot of table banging.
Yes, and it didn't do major numbers, but it's still a very good film. I thought it was a really good film.
Okay, so the general premise is dystopian parallel possible future, difficult to work out when it's set. They're at a kind of 1950s cars and cafes, but then they've all got these digital timers on showing how fast they're walking. Kids volunteer to do the long walk, and it's broadcast on TV, and it's made to basically get society pumped and to see these young men walking for their lives, and the winner gets untold riches and a wish.
Only one winner.
Only one winner.
What
So
happens to
there's
the rest?
about 30 that walk. They basically, that's the premise. So Mark Hamill's the general in charge of it all. He's on a big truck. There are soldiers with guns, and they just start walking. And basically, the rules are: if you drop below 3 miles an hour, you get a warning. If you don't pick up your speed, second warning, third warning, fourth warning, bang, you're dead.
Okay.
So they walk and they walk and they walk, and it's basically a bit kind of Stand By Me-ish, Stephen King-y. The conversations between them, there were kind of half a dozen main characters and then about another 20 other lads who were kind of there at the beginning. And it is grueling. And they walk through the nights and they can't stop. And if they need a poo, they literally have to try and walk and poo. You can stop I think you can stop for something like 10 seconds, then you get your warning. So they have to try and shit.
Yeah.
And then trousers up and then get going again.
Wow.
So it is there's some bits that are quite intense and it's quite brutal
It
when
definitely
the
sounds
kids,
like a Stephen
when
King
the kids are
novel.
picked off. It's quite the headshots and stuff are very graphic. And then it kind of ended in a way that it ends kind of that format carries on right through, but without giving anything away. I thought it was going to go one way and then it kind of ends a slightly different way. But it was good. It's basically kids walking for miles and miles and miles, some with broken ankles, and they're walking like on the stumps because they've got to keep up the pace, otherwise you're gone.
Yeah, I'll definitely give that one a watch.
Interesting
as well. So
watch.
I'm quite impressed with both of these so far.
So over to you, sir. Yes.
Rocky. Now, the reason we watched Rocky was because we've got Rocky at the outdoor cinema on the 22nd of August at King George Stadium, and also Grease. We've got Grease on the 21st, so if you're a Grease fan or a Rocky fan or both, then get yourself some tickets for that. Bit cheeky promo. But Rocky, so because of that, when we do the outdoor cinema, we do a few smatterings of themed stuff. So although I knew it quite well, Alice sort of hadn't seen it for a long time, or at all. Had you seen it at all? No, she hadn't seen it at all.
Producer Alice.
Yeah.
Hi.
So basically, we watched it as a bit of a catch-up thing to see if there's any sort of thing we could do thematically for people to walk through the door and feel they're in the world of Rocky. Now, other than punch him in the eye, I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah.
But what a film!
Been a while. It's been a while.
Written by Stallone within 10 days apparently, when he was broke and took a pay cut to star in it. Could have took a bigger pay to sell the script apparently, but he knocked that back to star in it. And yeah, I think it's what started him really. I don't know if Rocky or Rambo
Did
came
he direct
first.
it as well?
No,
Ah.
I don't believe so. I might be wrong, but I don't believe so.
Producer Alice, could you just look up who directed Rocky?
Start the music.
No, we don't need to. We can carry on. This is the brilliance of having a producer. We've hit the big time.
Okay.
John
So
G. Avildsen?
John G. Appleton.
Avildsen.
Avildsen. So it
John
wasn't
G.
Slow.
Avildsen. Okay.
Right, there we go.
Big
That
up
was
John
brilliant.
G.
This is,
Avildsen.
we don't need to start the music anymore.
Yeah. So well, I'll best put those in the bin then.
Ditch them.
Which is this as well, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just forgot how good a film it was, and the soundtrack is unreal.
Yeah.
Who's the soundtrack?
It's don't tell me. It's do tell me because I can't remember. But it's
Who did the score?
oh, Chuff and Nuts. I haven't got it anymore in me racks. It's
Bill Conti.
Conti.
Bill Conti. Yes.
Conti.
How did I not know that?
Conti.
But yeah, what a soundtrack! From everything from the little plunks on the thing right up to the trumpet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do 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 do
Yeah.
do the do the do 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 and bongos come in. It's brilliant.
And then the famous scene up the steps and stuff like
Yes.
that.
No,
But,
I've not seen it for a long time. Rocky
Talia
4, I watch every
Shire.
week.
Talia Shire is so good in that.
Shia LaBeouf.
No, Talia Shire,
Yes.
who was in Godfather.
Oh, yes.
But like, she normally plays quite strong roles, and in that, she played that sort of vulnerability
Yes.
really well. It was just a great film.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's got me sort of buzzing for watching, because obviously I don't think I've seen it on the cinema either, so it's got me buzzing for watching it when we do the outdoor cinema.
That will
But
be
Rocky,
brilliant.
Yeah, Rocky
That'll be brilliant.
was fantastic.
I watched a couple of TV shows that Daredevil. So Daredevil,
Yep.
the TV show, was on Netflix. There were 2 or 3 seasons. Vincent D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio.
That's him.
Yeah.
Plays Wilson Fisk, Kingpin, the mayor.
Yeah. He also played Private Piles, didn't he?
Yes.
Yes.
So there was 3 or 4 seasons of that. They had spin-offs of The Punisher had a series. There was Jessica Jones had a series. There was Luke Cage had a series. Iron Fist had a series. All kind of spawned from that. Then it went. And then Disney brought it back, acquiring rights to said Marvel world. And we got Daredevil Born Again.
Right.
Bigger budget, more lavish looking, very much more cinematic. Daredevil Born Again season 1 was good, but it was kind of started with a downer, and then we had basically most of the episodes Daredevil and his name in can't remember, but the character's name when he's not Daredevil, basically maudling about and not wanting to be
He's
Devil
never been one of my
and
favourite
finding his
characters
place. No, but
in Marvel.
and then that ended. Then Daredevil Born Again season 2, I've just watched the entirety of.
Oh.
And much better.
Good.
Lots of action, really good action, kind of John Wick-esque stuff, but actually better, I'd say. Not too silly, I mean, realistic. And him, Vincent D'Onofrio,
Private Piles.
absolutely brilliant. So them two, Daredevil and the Kingpin, lots of them kind of coming together. Really good dialogue, battles and monologues and all that kind of stuff. But a really good watch. 8 episodes, I think there were.
I think it's Vincent D'Onofrio.
I think it's Vincent D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio.
Frodo.
Yeah.
That's it. Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
So I watched that, and then my other one, which is just kind of a quick hot pick for a TV show. New show started on Netflix called Legends. True story.
I have seen that. I haven't seen it. I've seen
Set
it.
in 1990. Thatcher's last kind of bid to make an impact before she went was to war on drugs. So she tasks Steve Coogan, who's part of kind of head of customs and excise, to get some volunteers to go undercover into the drugs gangs and try and stop the drugs coming in from Turkey and whatnot.
Right. Good.
So basically, there's people who work literally who check the baggage, and have had no experience of any of this. And Steve Coogan recruits them, trains them, sends them out undercover, and it's really good. It's kind of like Slow Horses, you know, the Gary Oldman one, but not as slow. So horses.
Okay, so just
like
regular
horses. Just regular horses. But really good stuff. You know when they nearly get caught out because they're not undercover people. They've not been doing it like all their lives. They've just been trained for a couple of weeks and then sent out to do it.
Worth a watch.
And yes, definitely. I think
Cool.
I've got a couple of episodes left, but that's the TV hot pick, Legends on Netflix.
Nice.
Steve Coogan playing it straight,
Lovely.
which I think is good.
I've got a Steve Coogan story. I'll tell you on another day.
Tell me over
I've got beef
a
with
whiskey
Steve.
and
Yeah.
a hot chocolate.
Yeah, I met him and he wasn't very nice to me.
It's funny because he does often come across on things. Sometimes, did you see the BBC interview when he was on Breakfast? It's on YouTube. It's very awkward.
I think so, yeah.
Charlie and Charlie, whatever, and Nagger
Yeah,
who
I've
do the BBC
seen
News.
yeah.
It didn't go well
Very
at all.
weird. Yeah. Right, cool.
That's us.
Okay, lovely. So that's
That's a
that's
roundup.
what we've seen, and then keep your eyes out for the next one, guys. See you soon.
See you later.